Hey everybody, I want to make this video today, talk a little bit more about Donald Trump. Ever since Donald Trump won the primaries, he's been imploding. He's just imploding. I mean, after he won the Republican nomination, it's been a disaster ever since. He started making crazy statements. Now he's saying stuff right now. I'm going to show you some of the stuff he's saying. He went after Kasich and Cruz right after he got the nomination. And there's just more and more evidence that as this goes on, he's just conceding defeat. He won't build any kind of coalition with anybody. He won't build any kind of unity with anybody else. He berates everybody. He says crazy, outlandish things like if the Republicans, Reince Priebus doesn't support him, he's going to go after them. He's going after everybody. I mean, you just can't go after everybody and expect some sort of unity, especially in a national election, for people to get up behind you and support you and go out and do a lot of work for you, because that's what it's going to take in order to beat somebody like Hillary Clinton. It takes a lot of effort, and you can't get effort by yourself. You're going to have some help along the way. So when Trump says this kind of stuff, when Trump says he'll lose Pennsylvania only if there's cheating, he means Philadelphia. So here he's back to this thing where the election is rigged. And he's been saying this. He's been dropping this for quite a while. Things are rigged against him. The media is rigged against him. The elections are rigged against him. Everything's rigged against him. Which is, to say that kind of stuff right before the election is really self-defeating. That means you don't believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, then why are you even doing it? So this is all, in my mind, something I thought from the very beginning, which was he wasn't really running to win, that he's more of an inside man. He's more, and I'm not saying the Clintons put him up to this. I'm sometimes thinking this is bigger than them, that Donald Trump represents some values and some ideals that the American people would just assume some of the more powerful people would have the American people let go of. Ideals like the Second Amendment, ideals about immigration and open borders and all these things that Donald Trump represents. It's almost like we have our guy, so now we're just going to have to give up on those concepts and those ideas, which is kind of what I think's happening. Pollsters Trump approaching 0 hour. They're going on about how no candidate in Donald Trump's position at this stage of the campaign has gone on to win the popular vote in November in a modern polling era. So I mean, they're already kind of writing him off as never not going to win. And I'm just hearing this over and over and over again. And like I said, I called it, a month ago or so. You can go back and watch my videos. Trump was never supposed to win. He's doing this. Basically, what I believe is he's doing this because he wants to. He's bringing these issues to the forefront, and now these issues aren't. If he doesn't win, we're going to have to give up on some of these concepts that people are so proud of and so have so much passion about. So that's kind of what it is. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. Donald Trump doesn't look like he's trying to win. It looks like everybody's kind of writing him off right now. Let's see if I can get my camera back on here. Turn off. But unfortunately, I think we've been set up, and I think the American people have been once again suckered by this system, and Donald Trump has been part of that. If the guy really wanted to win, he'd be a little bit better about his rhetoric, and he wouldn't be so careless with what he says, and he wouldn't be so headstrong about not wanting to have any kind of, we wouldn't be just causing all kinds of issues with people and going after everybody, in some derogatory way. The only thing I don't really understand, and maybe this is the one part about this I really don't get yet, is I don't get the part, like, I've listened to people like Alex Jones, and Alex Jones is so anti the system. He thinks everything going on is being controlled, and there's power brokers behind the scenes that literally make all the decisions of our daily lives. Why would a guy like that, be so bought into Trump? No, I know Trump went on his program. Trump showed him a little interest, and also Trump, went along with him about 9/11 and some of these other things. But why don't they see what's going on right now which is Trump's just doing everything he can to lose this election? He's just really trying to lose this election. Trump has done everything he can not to win. It's crazy, 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 crazy stuff. Like I said before, he's running a false flag campaign. So anyway, a lot of information out there, a lot of stuff. I think Donald Trump could focus on winning if he wanted to. He has a lot of issues that are very powerful. If he would stay on those issues instead of getting sidetracked with some of this other stuff he gets sidetracked with. I also understand he likes to make big headlines and he likes to stay in the news, but he's got to. Somebody said this on one of the good things I've heard on Fox News lately. Somebody said that the only way Donald Trump wins is if Donald Trump talks about the things that everybody fears as far as Hillary's concerned. The repeal of the Second Amendment, the Supreme Court justices, not the repeal because the president can't repeal, but the Supreme Court justices, the immigration issues, the weakness on national defense, all this stuff. If Trump just got on that and stayed on it hard, he'd win this election. And he knows that. He's smart enough to know that. He knows that if he got in people's ear about the things Hillary may do, he would win this election hands down, but he's not doing it. Instead, he does everything he can not to win. He's saying all the things. He's creating all kinds of these stupid, useless, battles with people that don't make any sense. With Kasich and Cruz and Reince Priebus and all these people, he just won't give up that kind of stuff. And that's shows me right there that there's something else going on here. I don't know because I don't see the big picture. But I just, this has been a really interesting election for me. That's why I'm even talking about it, because the personalities and, the fact that they used to be really good friends. And Donald Trump's always been a little bit more Democrat than Republican, it seems like, throughout the years. And he's always been somewhat of an insider. And he's always given to the political parties. He's always given a lot to, all the liberals, Nancy Pelosi and all the people, he's been given a lot of money to these people. And all of a sudden he comes out now as the staunch, right-wing conservative that's going to reinvigorate everything like Ronald Reagan did. So, this just, it just never added up. It never made sense. It stunk from the very beginning. It's great theater. It's great theatrics. Donald Trump is a master showman. He has absolutely put on, I think anybody in the media and the press has just lived off of Donald Trump for the last 6 months to a year. And so for that reason, he's drawn enormous attention to this, but at the end of the day, he just won't close the deal. He's known for closing the deal. He will not close this deal. He will not close this deal. He will not go to what he needs to do to get this thing done. He will not stay on issue. He will not stay on topic, and he will not finish this election out, which shows me that he's an inside guy, and he's been an inside guy from the very beginning. We've all been played. That's what it is. We've all been played. I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.